Hi there. So I'm out on another walk today. I'm just above Villefranche. A little bit noisy here. There's a cruise ship there, just in the bay, and I'm heading over in that direction to Beaulieu, and then I'm on the bike at the moment. I'm going to leave the bike and head uphill. It's Sunday, what is it, 15th? Beautiful day. It's a bit chilly this morning. It was about 10 degrees, but I believe it's going to get warmer. This road is quite busy. I'm just by the memorial to Princess Grace here, who died. When did she die? Sometime in the 80s. Yeah, there she is. 82 she died, so 29 to 82. She didn't actually die here. She died on the road between La Turbie and Monaco, I believe. A car crash. So it's a bit noisy here as well. Plenty of traffic. It's a nice spot though, looking down to into the Bay of Villefranche, with Cap Ferrat in the distance, and there's that cruise ship again, and there's the old town of Villefranche there. Very nice. It'd be nicer without the traffic noise, but you know, I guess then people couldn't get around to see it. Quite a few cyclists around. So I'm in Place de Gaulle now, in Beaulieu-sur-Mer. Some nice little Christmas trees, some Christmas decorations. Unfortunately, there's a few cars around. And this is the little bandstand. And then above us, we've got the ridge where I'm going to climb up. So I'm going up there. I've locked my bike up. Hopefully it's safe here. Beaulieu is pretty quiet little place. It's actually a lovely little town. It's only taken me about 40-50 minutes to get here from Nice, so I'll head up. This is the Église Anglican, just up the hill from Beaulieu. Quite an attractive little church, not particularly old, I don't think. So I'm off the road now, heading up this valley, and it's pretty green up here. I've done this path long time ago with my wife, maybe more than 15 years ago. And out to the sun, it's quite chilly down here. It was 10 on my window ledge this morning, so 10 degrees. So, but in the sun it'll be warmer. You can see another house up there, something. A little sort of dried up riverbed that will no doubt be full when we next get rain. We haven't had a lot of rain this winter yet. Now further up, come out of the valley, back into the sun, and leaving Beaulieu. So I'm not quite sure where the path goes here. I've got to check it. It's quite a view. Typical, a car just comes past. So there's Cap Ferrat over there in the distance. It's a really beautiful day, and there's hardly any wind, and it's warming up now a bit with the sun. You can see a cargo ship right in the horizon. No sign of Corsica today. It's over in that direction. So this road now has come back around, and then I think my path strikes off up the hillside somewhere. As I said, I've done this path, but it's so long ago. It's sort of coming back to me now. So after a few false little couple of dead ends, I found the route. They were going to Petit Afrique, and there's a little chapel high on the ridge up there that I walked up to I think it was last summer, and I may go up there. Yeah, some beautiful properties around here, and they're all looking out over the Mediterranean, which is down there. in the distance. That's where my bike is, hopefully. So having a little coffee stop here. There's a beautiful spot. Gonna sit down. Nice refreshing hot coffee. Looking down, that's Cap Ferrat, so Saint-Jean Cap Ferrat, the town on the Cap. Well, it's a very small town, and this is Beaulieu in the foreground, the town of Beaulieu-sur-Mer, and that's halfway. It's between Nice and heading to Monaco. So Monaco's only about 10k further on. If I wanted to, I could descend towards Monaco, but I've got to pick up my bike, and but there's a little chapel right at the top here, and I've just been asking a lady who was passing, does this path go all the way there, and she said it does, and so I'll head up that way, and you can hear that, you can see there's not a breath of wind, it's perfect. And the thing about this is a great time to do these sort of little walks, because in the summer it's pretty warm and there'll be a lot more people. And those two ladies who I just passed before, they're the only people I've seen on this path so far. So this bit is quite steep, and we're heading through a notch, like a gap in the cliffs. At the bit just earlier is a steep set of rocky steps with a big drop below, so not for those without a bit of a head for heights. Continue. Yeah, so high up now is the cliffs above us. I think the chapel's just ahead. Oops, and the path. Yeah, this last part of the path is quite steep, but the views are pretty good, all the way down to the Estrel over there in the distance, the mountains. That's beyond Cannes. And those ladies are just visible on the path below me. I think they're going quite slowly because I had a coffee break, and I quickly caught up with them. And it's basically rugged limestone steps and rocky strewn pathway, and I think the chapel's at the top of this little section. Oh, okay, so I got to the top. Last bit of that climb was steep and narrow, with quite a drop to one side, drop down there basically, and then here we are, we're at the little notch on the ridge, and there is the chapel. I do not remember the name of the chapel, but no doubt will be Saint somebody or other, and I'll find that out when I get there. And then after this, I'm not sure where I'll go. I can drop back down into Beaulieu, because I've got to get my bike, or I can someone's got a little shed there, you see that? Maybe the chapel keeper's shed. That'd be quite a nice little place to spend the night, with that view. Up here there'll be no street lamps by the looks of it. Maybe one or two, but you get a nice view of the stars. It's a very small chapel. Okay, so that's the path I've just come up on, Sentier Touristique vers Beaulieu-la-Mer. Beaulieu-la-Mer, not Beaulieu-sur-Mer, but nowadays it's called Beaulieu-sur-Mer. We've got the normal little war memorial from the First World War. 5 people. And it's probably not open. I'm gonna hazard a guess. Yeah, I think it's locked. I can't remember if I came in here last time. And there is a minor road now on the other side, and this road gives access to the properties up here, and there are some spectacular properties up here, like that one next door, which has a commanding view over the Med, over all the coast along here. So it's not bad at all. There you go, through there. Yeah. So I'm back in the trees. I'm higher up now. I'm heading, following a path up towards Plateau Saint Michel, which is well, it's a little spot high above Beaulieu. I think it's like a picnic spot. I seem to remember I was up here last summer. So, and from the plateau, I think there's a path back down towards Beaulieu, the other side, so I don't have to double back on myself, and I can avoid descending the steep bit just before the chapel, which if I have to I'll do. But I didn't bring my poles today, my hiking poles, and actually they would have been handy on that bit. I thought when I'm on the bike I won't bother bringing the poles, but there you go. So continue Plateau Saint Michel. Okay, I'm at the top, Plateau Saint Michel here, and this bit is accessible by car, as you can hear, and so it's always a few people here. Basically the places that are accessible only by hiking are always going to be quieter. And like I say, hopefully there's a path down to Beaulieu from here. I seem to remember there's a group of elderly ladies playing pétanque. How French is that, eh? And I was just thinking before, this is Plateau Saint Michel. I wonder how many Saint Michel places there are in France. It's got to be in the hundreds, but it may be in the thousands. Seems to be particularly popular name for places, Saint Michel. Saint Martin is another one, and Saint Laurent as well. There seem to be an awful lot of Saint Laurents. Saint Laurent du Var, that sort of thing. That's a fantastic view from here. Over there, the airport, and then behind you've got the Massif of the Estrel, and then that cruise ship which is still in the Bay of Villefranche. And there's no quay big enough for it in Villefranche, so they have to anchor there because it's a really deep bay, and then they ferry them ashore in the little boats, and they take them up to places like Es Village, where they can see the medieval village and that sort of thing. So I'll go and have a look for this path. I think I might get something, have a bite to eat as well. Yeah. So I've now found the path to descend again, so I'll be descending back down to Beaulieu. Got a nice little walk. I've only been going about an hour and a half. I left home at 10 and it's about 12:30 now, so including the bike ride. Yeah, cruise ship still there. It's a great view of Cap Ferrat from here, and down there's the marina. That's the Beaulieu, the marina at Beaulieu. It's quite big, that marina actually. There's plenty of very nice large boats there. So hopefully this path is the correct one, because they have these yellow paint marks on the rocks or trees that indicate where the path goes, and I've just seen a couple of them. So it looks like it descends down there. So I'll try it. Now found a bench, and as views from benches go, it's not bad. There we go. Panorama all the way around. Is that what actual panorama means? Pan means all across, doesn't it? All pandemic, as in pandemic. Somebody's had a fire here, which is pretty stupid, because we're in the forest and it's still pretty dry even at this time of year. We haven't had much rain at all, so a little bit of breeze now. It's not a bad walk. I don't think it shouldn't take me longer than 30 minutes to get down to Beaulieu. I don't think, just below, and hopefully my bike is still there. So this is quite a spectacular bit of path, as it comes down from the high the cliffs up there, and then if I swing round, and there it is, the path down there, and there's the marina, and we're quite close to the marina, but we're still quite high above it. I don't know, a couple of 100 meters, something like that. So I think maybe this will rejoin my path from earlier this morning. But there's nobody on this path at all. It's one of the nice things about doing this at this time of year. You don't really encounter that many people at all. I've seen about 4 people so far. So I head on back to my velo, which is parked in Plastigol. Yeah, I wonder how many Plastigols there are in France as well. Quite a few. The path is now coming down to the Moyen Corniche, which is just there. So I've actually never been on this bit of the path. And beyond, just down there is the beach at Petit Afrique. It's called the Plage de Petit Afrique, which is, we used to take Charlie there quite a lot. And next to it is the marina, where there's quite a few restaurants and bars. We were there just last weekend, I think it was. And the African Queen is there, which is a well-known landmark on the Côte d'Azur. Apparently under new management and not as good as it used to be. So just arrived back at the road. That last bit of the footpath is quite steep, and then this is the main road back to Beaulieu. I think there's that chateau on the peak. So the little chapel where I filmed earlier is basically at the top on that ridge. So I've come up through the ridge, notching the ridge, and then to the top of the ridge, Plateau Saint-Michel, and then I've come back down a different route and now heading back down into Beaulieu. So it's quite a short ride, really. Not a ride, quite a short walk, and nothing terribly taxing. A couple of steep sections, but you know, it's what is it? Just 2:30, I think now. That's quarter past 1. No, it's not 2:30. It's 1:15. So hopefully I'll be down in Beaulieu in 20 minutes, I think. So this is on the path descending into Beaulieu. This is pretty weird. I can remember this last time. All these little dolls, little doggies, little bears, little elephants. How odd. A load of big, huge lemons in that tree as well. So, and even a little bear in a pushchair. What do you call it? Pushchair, Minnie Mouse and stuff. Strange. And this is the final path down. I know where I am now exactly. There's a pool just there. That's it. So this is the main street in Beaulieu-sur-Mer, and way up there is where I've been, up on the top of that ridge, and then back to Beaulieu, and hopefully my bicycle, which is locked up in the Plastigol, which is at the top of this street, is there. So I do like Beaulieu. It's very nice. We come here quite a bit, and of course at this time of year it's really, really quiet. Summer it's a lot busier. And thankfully the bike was where I left it, so that's a nice little stroll this afternoon up there to Petit Afrique and the Chapelle de Saint-Gras, I think. It's way up in the distance. Look at that sky, it's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, so hopefully like the video, hit the thumbs up button. Okay, bye.